Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Today we'll discuss a few things that is available in Okta. There is an option or there is an automatic, let's say an automation. There is an automation option available in Okta which you can make use of it for maintaining your user's identity. Let's take this scenario. You have a requirement that you want to delete all unused accounts or all, let's say. That options which are showing in our security global session policies, those kinds of settings it's not showing in actually original in my Okta. That's what I said. It's a classic engine. Whatever you are working, it's a classic engine. This represents the Okta Identity Engine, the new version of it. The one which we are, opening, going to get upgrade. For sure you will be upgrading. Maybe if you have some technical team with your team, you can check with them. They will have this plan to upgrade it to Okta Identity Engine in near future. I was talking about this automation. Let's take a scenario that in your organization, you want to define some kind of automation workflow or automation thing. Whoever the user haven't logged into Okta for more than 60 days. You can delete those accounts or you can deactivate those accounts. Why we are deactivating? Basically, it's a normal requirement. Basically, if there is an inactive user who is not at all accessing Okta, it is being maintained. You are paying $3 subscription for that user. Right. If you remember, during the pricing session, we discussed. The guy is not at all using that Okta console and he is not making uses of this Okta. Why you want to keep those accounts in Okta, which is, just like that, getting the pricing. It's just consuming the amount, right? The value. What you can do is you can bring some process or some kind of definition of process to delete the accounts on a periodic manner who haven't logged into Okta for more than, let's say, 90 days or 100 days. Like that. You can able to define such kind of automation which you don't need to do it manually. Once it is configured automatically, you can schedule it on a periodic manner. Automatically, all those user accounts will be fetched from Okta and they will be moved to deactivate state. In that way, you can save your license cost. You can reduce your license cost. It's an additional advanced topic. For sure, you may need to know this. It will helpful for your organization as well. We'll see that. Just a sec. Go to Okta console. Under Okta console, you can see workflow option. Under that workflow, you have an option called automations. Here you are in the automation tab. With the help of this automation, only limited things that you can achieve. You cannot achieve all the steps. For example, you cannot give a restriction that if user is not accessing this application for more than 30 days, delete that account. No, you cannot do it. For example, if the user is not enrolling to MFA for past 30 days or past 1 month or past 60 days, I want to edit those accounts. No, you cannot do it. It's not a possible. It's like a limited option that you got. You can make use of it. Based on the condition, you can trigger some actions. It's very simple. You define some condition. If that condition happens, automatically trigger an action. And you can schedule when that condition should be validated. That's what you can define. Click Add Automation. Let's give some name like deactivate users. Maybe deactivate inactive users. Something like that you can give. Once you will be getting two windows. The first window is you will get a condition adding option. And also you can schedule it. At what time the condition should be checked. At the same time, you can give some action. What action needs to be performed? Actually, this developer instance will be having less action. Less action in the sense only you can able to disable the user account. You cannot send an email or you cannot do something like that. That is not possible. But if you have an enterprise account, maybe you can check in your organization account. If you go to this automation and you click this add action, you will get more option. If you see, you can see only change user lifecycle state in Okta. Only one option is available for me. But we have a one automation. Disable Okta account after 90 days inactivity. Same thing. I think you are familiar with it now. Do you want me to take this further? Because I didn't create this one. It's already created. No issues. Let's do that then. You can do like this. Before deleting those 90 users, you can send some email to that users also saying that, hey end user, your account is not being logged into for more than 30 days. We are going to delete your account. Likewise, you can send a notification and you can delete this as a second option. Second action. That is possible. You can do it. Let's say you are scheduling that email sending automation on 11:30 and you are initiating this deleting action at 12 o'clock. It will be useful, or you can do vice versa. 12 o'clock, you are deleting all the accounts and 12:30, you are sending an email to all the users. Both are possible. You can do it. Now let's add a condition. Click Add Condition. You can select the condition type. You can select like user inactivity in Okta or password expiration in Okta. Let's say if the user is inactive for more than 90 days. That account will be automatically pulled and that will be processed for the actions that we have. Now let's save it. I have saved it. Now I have already given a condition that if user is inactive for more than 90 days, select the schedule. It should run daily. IST. Click Save. And let's say for example, you do in your organization, you have totally 3 types of users. Contractors, vendor, employee. You don't want to delete the employee accounts. You want to delete only contractor accounts and only vendor accounts. At that time, what you can do is you can add all the users to one contractor group. With the help of group members, group rules, we have what you can do. You can get some attribute that match the all for all the contractors. Maybe you can take employee type contractor. If there is an attribute called employee type, If the employee type is contractor, add all the users to that contractor group. Bring that group here. Get that contractor group here. Let's say 2 groups are there. Both the groups are here. Now, whatever the action, whatever the condition that we are giving, that will happen only to this group. Or just think about this way. You don't need to give any contractors. You don't need to give things like that. You want to get it applicable for all your Okta users irrespective of the type. That you can leave it blank. It should be blank. Or if you want to, only for type, you can go ahead and mention what type it is. Contract. Click Save. That's it. Now we have defined the condition. We have defined for which set of users this condition should be validated and which time that should happen. What time it should happen, these 3 conditions we have given. Now let's talk about the action. What action we are going to perform. If you click Add Action, you will be having only one option. Change user lifecycle status. But if you're working for enterprise here, you will be having another option to send email. Notify email with the user. If you select that, you will be given an option to edit your email content. You can edit your own content saying that, "Hi team, hi user. Your account is not active, not used in Okta for more than 30 days for license. You know licensing issues. We are going to delete all the inactive accounts. The email that we are sending right now to you because you are part of that data. We are going to delete your account for inactiveness. If you really want your account, go ahead and enable it again. Likewise, you can send an email first, then you can delete it. But if it is a developer account, you won't get that email option. That's the reason you don't see. But maybe you can go through and check your automation tab that you have. Right now, I'm just going to use only for that change lifecycle status. Go ahead and either you can suspend, you can deactivate or delete. I'm just going to deactivate it as of now. It's only 2, right? Either user inactivity in Okta or user password expiration in Okta. Only 2. We have this automation. That's why. That's what I said. It is a limited one. It's a limited automation. You can only do limited operations in this automation. You cannot achieve everything. It's not possible for you to do it. It's only giving only 2, even for my. I think for re-enterprise it will have one more additional one. I just don't remember it. It was a long time that I did this. But for us it's enterprise, I think. But for us it's showing only these 2. Oh, only these 2. Then I think only 2. They might have changed it, it seems. For the remaining stuff you need to use workflow. There is another thing called Okta workflow. You need to make use of it. That is the only thing that you can make use of it. Here you can. Here it will be just the limited options that you have. You have to make use of it. You can click Save. You have updated all the conditions. It is inactive right now. Let's activate it. Every day at 9:54, automatically this will run. Like this. Let's see. We can able to do it right now. I'll update like. Maybe I'll run once. I'll do it right away. T. Let's make it for 59. I just now activated. Let me update it to 11. Let's wait for 1 more minute and verify that. Whether that ran. We don't know whether we will get the user accounts deleted, but for sure we'll get. One event will be triggered. Let's see. It should be running now. Let's see. Go to report system log. Still only activation it says. Let's see. Should I give something wrong? It is active only. S-Togus22. Here you can see scheduled execution of policy, the activities. But I think we don't have any entry for that. That's the reason it is not deleting any users. Let's make it for 2 days. I'll get that. I'll get that. Let's make it for 2 days. Maybe it's already. I don't know. Actually, I just updated. And I'll delete these users. Enter users. Make it for 11.5. Let me update it like this. Activate. I have given only 2 days. Now we should pick some accounts. But let's see. You can see here also. Last 10 is enough. And 11.4 will be the next turn, which we have configured right now. Let's see that. And we'll see, what are all the topics that we are going to cover next. This is a workflow. Only this workflows are we have, you can see any automation. This is automation. Workflow is different. Workflow looks like actually you need. And even though in enterprise account you need an additional privilege for that. Even if it is an enterprise account, you will not get it. For sure, I think you should be a super admin. You are a super admin. I'm a super admin. Then you should be having that option. It will be looking like this. Open image and a new tab. Like this. We need to define a condition here. You need to get the data here. Once the data has been You know data has been pulled from any event. What you can do is you can get any data from any event. For example, there is an event happening. Create user. Let's take this scenario. There is a requirement that whenever the user account is getting created newly, an email should be sent or a note will be sent to one application. It can be some LinkedIn application or workforce application. There is an application called Workplace, right? Facebook application. I hope you don't. I think you don't know. Let it be. It's just like a social network in your organization. What you can do is you can create a message automatically and send that message to that social media application for your organization. What you can do? You can create a workflow like this. In the workflow, you can mention like whenever the user account is getting created, get some information for that user account. For example, first name, last name, which department he is from, who is his manager. Get all those information. Create a message saying that, hi, if you're working for Cognizant, you can mention like Cognizant team. We are getting a new member onboarded to Cognizant. His name is this. He's from this location. His manager is this person. He is from this department. You can derive a message like that and you can post that message to some social network. I mean your organization's social network. I'm saying where all your employees and all your contractors will be interacting with each other. You can post a message like that. For that you need to get the data from Okta, right? That can be done. You can define or you can process some data. For example, you got first name, last name. You want to define a display name. You can do it here. Once you get defined a display name, you can create a message. There will be a template already and you can import and you can make use of the template for all the users. You can post this message to any application. Likewise, everything is possible. Here you can see what they are doing is whenever the user account is getting created, user created. Read user, which means they are getting the user information here. Whenever the user account is getting created, all the user's data will be processed and maintained here. With that, they are going to create a record. Record in the sense they are going to create a own content. For that message, the message I'm saying, this is a compost message. What they are doing, a new Salesforce letterhead has been created. His first name is this person. Company is this organization. Email is this thing. And once that is done, you are sending this message to a Slack application. Slack application is nothing but a social network kind of application for your organization. You are going to send this message to the Slack application. If you schedule it or if you configure whenever the new account is getting created automatically, that message will be sent to the Slack. You can give some conditions also. For example, if a new user is an employee or if new user is an Indian country based user, then you send a message to Slack like that you can define. It is possible. Whatever we are defining, that will be done only at the Okta Workflow Console. This is Okta Workflow Console. Whatever you are seeing right now in the screen, it's an Okta Workflow Console. If you have that access, you can explore it. It is very fun to work actually with this. It's like, the children are dragging and drop something, right? And they will establish a connection. They will see how the workflows are working. It's very interesting actually. If you have that, you can explore it. No, actually I have welcome to workflows. There are some set of predefined templates available. If you scroll down a little bit, Identify inactive Okta users as same as what we are doing in automation. And you can see the last one. Send a welcome email to new user to an application. The last one in the first row. Likewise, you can send an email from Okta if a new user is getting created. They have given this as a predefined template. You can make use of it and you can scroll down. There is a button called Add Template in the top. If you click that, just wait. Can you click that first one? Open that. There it is. It is a predefined one. For example, if the user is assigned to an application. During this event, what you can do is you can create a note. User assigned to an application. This is an automatic workflow trigger. What you need to do is, for example, user assigned to an application. This is a note. What you can do is, instead of a user, you can add the display name. Here you can see a display name right in the first column. First task. Scroll down. Come down. You can see a display name. No, scroller, you just went up. Display name is there. What you can do is if you click that, automatically the display name is taking you to this next event that is going to configure. Which means the data that you are getting during this add user to an application event that happens. You can make use of this data here in this second one. And the second task that is happening. And you can compose a message in HTML format. If you scroll right please. This is a compose message. What you did, you have imported the first name and you have imported the display name. The first name has been imported from here. You can see right in the profile properties. It is having a connection. Whatever the data that is being processed from the event that you got already. First event that will be processed to here, first name. From first name, it will be used for this composing a message. You scroll right little bit more. You are going to send an email. That email will be sent to that email configurations that you are giving. You can set a connection. Either you can send an email to Gmail or you can send an email to your Outlook, your email ID, whatever it is. You can make use of it and you can do it. And the subject, if you go to that subject, click that subject. Send email. You can edit the subject. Whatever you want, you can edit it. It's like, this is a user assigned to application. We need to mention which application here. Which application? You need to mention. If you need, you can mention. If you scroll down, there is a tab called application. Right? There it is. If you expand it. Customize. Where it will be taking the application. Here you can see it's a default value. No value. Let's say you are. There is an application in your organization. Let's say Salesforce. You need to give that Salesforce application name here. In the value, we need to enter manually. Correct. We need to enter manually. Likewise, it's like more or less like a drag and drop. It's a predefined template. You got many things. But you can build this workflow from a scratch. There are plenty of videos available for different scenario. You can explore that. It's very interesting to do. If you have enough time to do it, just explore it. When enough the users are getting deleted. I should get at least one user got deleted. I don't know why. It is suspended. Oh my god, all these got suspended. We have moved it to suspended state. I think all the user accounts to suspended state. But it should be there in the log. But I don't know why it is not generating that logs here. It should be there for sure. It is there. It is there. Here you can see event of 11.4. Start execution of policy for user. It started. And it started suspending the user. Clearing the session. Again it is executing. Suspend the user. Clear a session. Executing the policy. Suspend the user. Clear a session. It's happening for all the users. It is working. Any questions? Any doubts on this? It's clear. It is simple actually. You don't need to. No need more knowledge on this for execution. What is the inline hooks are there? Actually, it's an advanced topic. For that, you need to know more of the event that is happening in Okta. For example, I will tell you a few things. Inline hook in the sense. Inline hook or event hook. Let's take an example of event hook. What does event hook is? Nothing but, for example, if there is an event that is happening for your organization. Maybe create user event. Create user event in the sense. The user account is getting created that time. Whenever the user account is getting created, you can do some specific actions. For example, what you can do is you can set a password for a user automatically. Or what you can do is you can send an email whenever that event is happening. And what else you can do is, for example, there is a unique requirement that came. I'll tell you how that came. In my organization, there was an data, which is a database, not a directory database. All my user ID and my password information are stored in the database. Whenever the new ID the old ID that is being stored in the database is getting executed. Let's take this scenario. My account is already there in the database. I'm new to Okta. I want my account that is maintained in the database to be provisioned in Okta. How you can do that is you can do with the help of this event hook. What event hook will do is event hook will get the event information. I'm trying to log into Okta. The event hook should be defined like user login. That's an event. User login. If I log into Okta automatically, the Okta will need to go to the database. And the database query should be executed to get my password detail, and the password detail should be stored in my Okta for my account. This is a requirement for myself. I can make use of this event hook. Whenever I am logging into Okta, my password should be processed from database by executing the database query. From the database query, it will go and execute in the database. It will get my password. My password will be stored and pushed in my Okta profile. For this requirement, you can make use of this inline hook and event hook. Both are possible. Inline hook is nothing but an inline task that you can introduce between any events. For example, if there is an event that is happening for create user, you can do this inline hook in the middle. You can initiate this inline hook automatically before any human intervention. I mean, without any human intervention. Automatically, you can do it. It's like a last topic. You know you have more event information that you need to read to get it understand. And but in generic event hook and inline hook will be used for this purpose. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.